Welcome back, everyone. Not too long ago, my neighbor Cami had some of the most beautiful walnut trees surrounding her property, but sadly her power company had to cut all those walnut trees down because they were too close to the power lines. At first, these trees didn't look like much to me, but while helping her clean up the downed trees, I realized these gnarly walnut trees had the potential to hold some of the most beautiful and wild grain patterns I've ever worked with. And today, I have all of the logs from all of the trees that I was able to salvage lined up here. She's coming by and we're gonna cut up some of them and have some fun. So she'll be here in a little bit and we'll come up with a plan for however many logs are here. Still going. It was a lot of trees.
So this is cool.
Yeah, so
I'm excited.
I have a few different piles here.
Okay.
So this is like the bigger stuff that could make some interesting kind of slab things.
Okay.
This pile is the stuff that's pretty gone.
Yep.
But like a lot of this is like not normally something anyone would want. Mm-hmm. But like this is like even more so. Only a crazy person would cut this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, but crazy person.
Luckily.
Meet crazy person.
Luckily I'm here, so this stuff has like a lot of rot and a lot of like voids and inclusions and stuff. Okay. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of like usable material, but it's still gonna look pretty cool.
Might be fun.
So that's that kind of that pile. Mm-hmm. And then this one's kind of like okay, but it's like also a good length and it's kind of ready to go on the saw as is.
Yeah, straight.
And these are like the super long ones that should probably get like clipped a little bit to get more straighter pieces out of it. Last time we spoke, you were like maybe looking at making a table. Yeah. So
would that be?
If that's still something you want, I kind of want to make sure I get things cut that are going to work for that. So if that's still the case, this is going to be your tabletop, I think.
Okay.
Because it's like the longest, biggest, straightest section.
Okay.
For these, I think, especially if you want a bench.
Yeah. We'll
cut these into some kind of thicker slab material.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a lot of weird figure and they're kind of big and stuff. And especially this one. I don't know if you saw it. If you remember this one that has like this bulge thing on here.
Yeah, I love like benches with a table because it's so like discreet and you can fit a bunch of people on. It just looks kind of clean and I think that's really cool.
I think you're gonna like, this is not gonna work for a bench, but I think you're gonna like seeing whatever's going on in here. And then I think this will probably be, which one's the one I was gonna cut again? This will probably end up being your bench here.
So you literally designed that slab master?
Like literally, in the
most
literal sense possible.
Just for you, or do you sell that?
I sell the plans for it.
Wow, impressive.
Wow, wow.
Wow, I didn't realize that. I only just now read that you designed and built the slab master.
And that's why we designed and put that decal right there.
I see that.
Because that's a very common question that I get.
Yeah, it's a good answer.
I had a lot of big logs.
Yeah. That
nobody wanted because even the bigger stuff, like nobody can cut for firewood because it's too big.
Yeah.
And too ridiculous. So I had a log arch on my old trailer that I built. I found a big pile of logs in Lake Elmo that they were removing for a street widening project when they did Main Street there in 2015. I think one of the businesses there saw the trees getting cut down and didn't want them to get thrown away. Yeah. So he had the city drop all the logs from his business. And then like 10 months later, the city's like, now it's an eyesore. We haven't done anything with them. So they ended up on Craigslist as free firewood, but no one could take them. So I just went and picked up a log every week until I couldn't pick up any more because they're too big. Yeah. And I had all these logs in my driveway. I'm like, well, I should just make a big sawmill.
Amazing.
Why not?
That's a good story.
Like you do. You know?
Like you do when you have a problem.
I have too many giant logs, and no one makes a sawmill as big. At least at the time, no one did. So.
And now someone does.
Well, I feel like I popularized it. All the manufacturers are like, oh, people actually like this big sawmill stuff, so maybe we'll start selling them now.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're not that. No one makes one this like well built though.
Yeah.
So That's a
I
plus.
can believe that. Very cool.
I like this cut plane. So what we're gonna do here
Okay.
is we're gonna run through these logs and make a flat cut on all of them,
Okay.
and then roll them over and just scatter them all over the bed.
Okay.
Then
So
we're
you
gonna
make a flat cut in the middle? Or when? Where? Just anywhere?
I mean, you could.
I'm just curious.
You could. You
I
could
guess
come all
I'll
the
see.
way-
I guess I can wait to see.
You could split it in half and have 2 half logs and saw it, but typically you come up here and make a facing cut, and then you can just roll it over and then cut all the way back down to it. That's normally what you do. I mean, you do whatever you want. The thing with this is like the
definitely
cutting
strong
is so
enough.
fast. It's gonna take like 20 seconds to make this cut.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then like spend some more time rolling the logs over, moving things around to get it back up there to make another 20-second cut.
Cool.
You ready for this?
What should I do?
Just
Just
I don't
what?
know.
Look at it? Be amazed?
Try not to get cut in half.
Okay. So like how close can I go? How's this?
That's fine, yeah.
I got the big ear things.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you.
It's a good look.
I'm playing the part. Okay, the grand reveal.
All right, you want to do it?
Sure. What do I do?
Pull it off of there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, just kick it off of there and see how it
So
looks.
just like with my, oh, is this
with
supposed to,
with your full body.
well, where I'm trying to see.
Yeah, just grab right where
Okay.
your hands were.
All right. Here we go. Oh, I see. Ooh, cool. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I don't have that down yet. I wasn't knowing what to expect. Wow. This is so beautiful.
Around here we have a tradition.
Oh yes.
The guest of honor
Yes.
casts the first bucket.
Okay. I don't know, I kind of want to, oh wow, look at this.
There you go.
This is amazing. This really is. Look at the, so what are these from? The
Those are
different,
the limbs.
wow. So there's this yellow.
That is part of the bark.
Oh, that,
That's the inner
will
bark.
that stay that way?
Yes and no.
Okay.
If it stays attached.
So yes and no is yes and no. That means.
So this is the heartwood. And that's the sapwood. This is like the very, very inner bark.
Ah.
This is the inner bark and then the outer bark. So since these trees were cut down in the spring, that's when the sap was running. So the bark had disconnected from the tree. The bark will probably most likely fall off.
I see.
But if it was cut down when they're dormant still in the winter and the fall, it'll stay attached and you can actually have this in the finished piece.
Wow, this is
So
amazing.
I did a bed for my son a long time ago and the tree was cut down in the fall. The bark is attached and I just kind of like removed the outer bark and left this kind of weird ripply stuff on it. And it's still attached, still looks great.
It's so interesting because to me, if I were painting this, this is yellow and then it gets lighter and then you get into the green and this would be like a purple. And then all these different veins of green into this deep, dark ombre color is so pretty. Gosh, that's just amazing. So beautiful.
You love knots.
I do, I
like
guess. I didn't know I liked knots, but I do. I didn't realize how much.
That is this limb here that's coming up. This nubbin that you were grabbing onto before?
Yeah, that I didn't know how to quite slide.
That was a branch that was coming up this way.
Yeah.
Then the tree healed around it at some point. But this is what you get when you cut perpendicular to it. You get the knot.
Oh, that's really cool.
And if we get further in, we'll show you a parallel cut.
Amazing.
Because we have this larger limb that's going that way. So that's going to have figure down in this area as we get down there.
Yeah, I didn't expect all that different color. I mean, you think of walnut as this dark, I don't know. I just thought of this.
You will. The green will turn more of that purple color.
Yeah, it is.
As it
It's got a
sits here,
lot of color.
Even in like half an hour, it won't be green anymore. It'll be purple. The sapwood is white right now. It can yellow too over time.
Boy, that's neat. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I just think these circles are just so beautiful.
So we're gonna do the same thing with this guy.
Okay.
We'll get him up there and see what's going on with that situation.
Okay. So you're leveling it out.
Trying to level it out.
Kinda.
Yeah. Trying to get these two limbs to be like the same height.
That makes sense.
And then the end to end, trying to get it not to be like tipped up or down.
Yeah.
It's still very rolly though. What else we got? So one thing I'm not cleaning up is you got all these fun little bits you can use
Yeah.
to stabilize stuff.
Shims.
Yep, they're everywhere.
Yeah, this is gonna be a cool one to see. So you just take the, so you're just cutting just the top or what do you call it? You're just planing the top off?
I call it a facing cut.
A facing cut, and then is that to get a flat surface so then you can run more?
Yep.
Okay.
So you can just lay them right on the bed.
I get it now. Yep.
They don't move around on you.
Yep, so you're trying to get one flat surface
Yes.
to work with.
To get started, and then you can just
Got it.
lay it down.
And I see what you're saying now, because this has, okay, so that would have to take a good chunk out
and they
to
get
get,
all wiggly.
yeah.
It seems pretty good. Okay.
Cool.
Let's see where we're gonna make this
This
cut.
is going to be a neat one.
Same
Okay.
thing.
All right, showtime.
It's a lot of this.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. Can I push this one off?
Go.
Now that
is that your thing now?
Can I try that this
Go
time
for
now
it.
that I kind of have an idea?
Yeah, just
Is there any way it can like swing back on me? Probably. Oh my gosh, it's heavier than, this is heavy. What the heck? Holy, okay, I got it.
I'll go that way with it though, because otherwise it's stuck back here and you gotta
Okay.
carry it out of here.
Got it. So we have to flip it.
You can flip it or you can throw it, whatever you want to do.
Okay, I want to go like this. I
you
guess that's
go.
what we're doing.
Make some noise.
Okay, it's hard to. This is amazing. Wow.
Oh, yeah,
Were you
do like
expecting that?
I knew there was gonna be a bit of a void in there.
Oh, there's an ant.
Oh, there's gonna be lots of those.
Big ones.
There'll be a lot of those.
Wow. I love this one. Oh my gosh, look at this rich color. Oh, that is so cool.
pretty
This
normal.
is fun. I love this. Oh yeah. Wow. That looks like a zombie or like a goblin or something.
It's my eyes, like a little nose
It's like
there
perfect
too.
for Halloween.
It's an alien head.
Look at that little, it's like, and it is an alien. That is really,
That's wild.
that is pretty. You see some neat things. Wow, this is so pretty.
The ants that are drowning over
They're
here.
drowning. We're killing the ants. But look at this. This is
Oh,
just,
yeah,
this
that's
is like
nice.
sophisticated. That's a nice line. I mean,
I don't think anyone's used that to describe wood before here.
really?
I don't think that word has not been used. I don't think sophisticated.
Well, that
This
would, I mean,
wood looks
it's just like,
sophisticated.
this is sophisticated. This to me is like a very elegant line. But then this is interesting. This is completely, it's like blonde. I mean, it's a different.
That's all sapwood in right there.
Ah, see, I do like that sapwood. The color is just, because there's something about contrast, right? With lights and darks.
A walnut's got a lot of contrast.
This is a cool, I'm so glad that you cut these down.
Yeah,
Or you got these. This
You
is,
can have a whole furniture collection. You need some stuff for your studio.
I
for
need
the
a pedestal.
house.
I'm like thinking about all this. Like, this is This is so meaningful, though. It kind of makes me emotional because it's so cool.
On the video that we did of picking them up, a lot of people recommended making easels.
Yeah. You know, actually...
Which I don't know if that's like a weird thing, like you can't have a walnut easel.
Well, you can, but you know what would be really cool is a walnut pedestal or something that's called a taboret. So the taboret is the thing that goes between me and the easel where I put my palette and my paints on. And I actually need one that I can fit my legs under if I'm at a stool.
Okay.
So it'd be very simple, actually.
Okay.
But this is just...
What was it, a taboret? Is that what
it's called a taboret.
Okay.
And then on top of it, you put something that's called, in the palette, you put something that's called a French mistress, which...
Nice.
Yeah, it could be a French mister, or it could just be a top of a taboret, but that's what it's called, old school. So it's like this, you close up your palette.
Oh, okay.
On top. I have one that's built. It's really cool. But yeah, it protects the paint and like, you know, because you leave your paint
Like, I
overnight.
don't know anything.
Well, you know things.
Like, you know, Matt, like,
you know,
the
like you leave
you
your paint, the oil paint, like oil, the great thing about oil is that it never totally dries, but you can leave your piles of paint from the night before out because it's oil and it won't dry the next morning, which is nice. And even on like masterpieces that we see that are 500 years old, the reason they last forever is oil never totally dries out. So it stays pliable with the different seasons aging.
It never cures.
Not totally.
Interesting.
This is beautiful. This is so cool. So that middle part, that's kind of like a crack. So could you use this and just fill this in?
Yep.
Yeah.
You could do that, yep.
What do you use, like an epoxy or something? Or what do you,
That's the most common way to do it. If you want like a level, smooth surface, you can also do like a glass inlay. That's another common way to do it.
Do you do that?
I have, yeah. It's a custom piece of glass typically because you want the glass to like follow the grain so it looks like part of the wood.
So is the glass melted when you put it in there?
No, you just have it custom cut to whatever shape.
Really?
Yeah,
so you could cut a piece of glass like to fit in that crack?
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't. I have a glass cutter do it.
Wow.
But you just you cut a template. Like if you wanted it to follow, say the grain's kind of curving through here. So if you wanted the glass to follow the grain, like it's part of the growth of the tree, and you could have it follow whatever grain line you want. And you give them a template of that, and they'll cut it to whatever
Interesting.
shape you want.
I don't know if I've seen that before.
You want to do that now or you want to go get warm
No,
first?
I want to do it first. I can't wait.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to try this.
Show me your third attempt
I'm going to see if this
tossing
is...
caps off.
Look at, watch the... Oh, not this way though, right? You don't want it this way?
You can put it over there, but I'll make you carry it out of there.
I'm not doing that. Then I'll do it this way. I think I'll be smart about this. So I'm getting the feel for this thing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how heavy these are. Whoa, he probably makes it look a lot easier.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know if they're just getting, if they're getting better
Yeah,
or if I'm,
you're gonna like this one.
this is really cool. Oh, this is extremely neat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is gonna get a lot better.
You know what this reminds me of so much? So I grew up just 6 miles north of here on this 450-acre farm. And when I was, oh, I got water. When I was a little girl, my grandpa made a gravel pit, which was, I don't know, at the time seemed like it made sense, I guess. But we would collect agates.
Mm-hmm.
And we would slice the agates open, polish them. And this reminds me, this is what I think I love, is all this, I don't know if you call it veining, but I just love I would call it veining. I just love all these colors, and like, it reminds me of an agate. It's so cool.
It does. It's got the layers and the...
layers. Yep, it's like earth, like all these layers of earth. So cool.
It's organic, so...
Yeah, it's beautiful. This is so neat that these are the old trees that were growing on my property, and now
not
like
too long ago.
Isn't that cool? Oh, look at that. Kinda.
Not too bad.
It's just awkward.
Over here?
Yeah.
I missed it.
There we go.
Hooked a little to the left.
Cool.
What do we got going on here? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
It's got a lot of motion. That's good.
It's like water.
Yeah, this is cool. It's got this,
Yeah, I
this
like
bark
that.
inclusion through here.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I think we'll just do these 3. Because
Okay.
I don't think that other one's going to fit up here too conveniently. So
It's interesting.
Instead of me trying to mess with it, we'll just get the cutting.
Smash them in there.
Oh yeah.
You could actually move that?
Can I move this?
Jeez.
Sure.
How much is that?
You want to weigh it?
Yeah,
get the scale
no,
out
like,
if you want.
I don't really want to, but I'm curious. It's like,
Oh wow, that's like 300, 400 pounds. Probably.
whoa. I mean, I thought it was hard just pushing the top off it there. And I feel pretty strong.
Well, it's just a lot of like butt muscle.
Yeah, I get
action.
the legs, get the feeling, get the feel for it.
Is that deep enough, you think? I don't think so.
For the bottom, for that little one, no. You're gonna miss the little one.
Yeah. Wow.
Maybe you want to.
Where's this one gonna hit? Like up here somewhere? We'll be conservative. Which one do you want to look at first?
Mm.
So what we'll do is we'll just fan out all the slices and look at them all at one go.
You just pick. It'll be a surprise.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be a surprise regardless.
I know, that's what I mean. So it's all a surprise.
It's a lot of wood.
It is. I was actually thinking that, and I thought maybe you didn't think that.
Oh, it's a lot.
I'm like, this is plenty.
There were a lot of trees there.
Yes. Cool. Wow.
This one's kind of small.
Yeah.
And then we'll just kind of, I'll keep these out here.
I'll get the, should I get the blower?
Sure.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. I love this. Look at this. It's like a circle. Can we save that somehow? Or is this going to have to get, is that part of the bark?
Nope, that's the wood.
Oh, that is amazing. Huh. Oh, wow. I'm running out of wows, I think.
I just gotta come up with some new adjectives, I think.
Yeah, I think I need to. That's really beautiful.
And this one's got a lot of sapwood, so you probably like that too.
Yeah, the contrast.
Very blonde.
So because this is the sap,
Yep.
will we lose that?
Nope, sap's part of the wood.
Okay, good.
So you get that white band that runs all the way around.
This
the
is
sapwood.
spectacular.
It stays.
This dark. Do you think
That
this
is a
is
bark inclusion, so that's,
will that
it'll be in there. It'll be kind of loose, but you can always glue it in
Glue
and
it
make
in.
it stay.
that's pretty gnarly, isn't it? Just kind of the,
You get the bleeding. This is like the color from the
what
heartwood
that
bleeding
is?
into the sapwood there.
that's really neat.
And that one's got the crotch feather in it.
That's what this is?
That is that, yep.
That looks like a feather. Interesting. Good
What
word.
people describe it as.
Yeah.
This thing's
And then
just
this
gnarly.
knot in here.
This one's so gnarly and swirly with all the
So
different directions and the bark inclusions and this.
I want to look at this for the rest of my life.
situation here.
Yeah, that's really neat. Huh. Just something else.
Yeah, just hang on your wall.
It almost is like you
It
want
can
to.
compete with your art. There you go.
Maybe it is just art like that. I mean, it really is that beautiful.
People do that. That just
Huh.
not that you need any competition for your
Well, I
art,
don't-
but
But that would be kind of a neat, like a sculpture.
especially with these, really. Like
These
they're
are just,
sequential
I would hate to.
like this, so you can see how the tree grew
Yes.
in sequence as you cut through the whole thing. That's what I like about cutting trees is
No
you can
kidding.
like literally see how the tree grew as you go through all the slices because they all change a little bit as you go.
Just see the evolution of it. What's your favorite? Like if you had to pick one to like just hang just the way it is or look at forever.
Probably that one.
Me
'cause
too.
It's so crazy.
But then that one's cool. But they all are cool.
Yes.
They all have character.
They're all some kind of character.
They're all characters. That's what I like about trees in general. It's
Oh,
like,
you're a tree person now.
oh, I've always been a tree person.
Maybe even more now.
Yes.
Now you've seen their insides.
Yeah. My dad would slice them this way, like to cut them down.
Yeah.
And I would, even as a little girl, I was just I would always count the circles. Because is it true that that's how many years they are about? Is that like I've read different things.
People argue about this,
Okay.
but like, unless you get a weird growth season where it's putting on 2 rings in that year,
Yeah.
which never really happens.
Debate to be had.
Another thing you can debate with people. with woodworking.
Yes.
There's a
There's
lot
so
of
many
weird-
debates.
There's a lot of weird things in woodworking that people really care about for some reason. Also, I feel like after they're cut, they look bigger for some reason.
And they're like 2 inches, right?
I did 2 3/8.
Oh, is that right? It is. Yeah. Can you use them when they crack like that?
Yep. Absolutely. Even when they have pieces fall out like this. I
Huh.
used to be there somewhere.
More interest. Look at these ants.
Yeah, they're like, what the hell happened? I was
What
sleeping.
is going on here?
I was ready for winter.
They're a little stunned.
Yeah.
This
Oh, yeah,
one,
those are
these are sophisticated.
That's the new phrase. I love it. Ready? Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Is that enough wood for you?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know?
Might not ever be enough.
I like your attitude. That's how I feel sometimes.
I like your attitude.
Might not be enough.
Might not. Please answer.
Yep, this is your kind of thing right here, I think.
Okay. Oh yeah.
All kinds of weird
Look at that.
growth things going on there.
Yeah.
And wash it off some more.
That's neat. Right here, like this. Oh, it's like a crevice.
Because it had like split apart right there.
That's neat.
And it started closing back up.
Oh, that's cool. Oh.
Yeah, that's a cool one.
It's gonna be something. It'll be hard to decide.
Be something.
It'll be hard to decide what will be like the tabletop. Well, man, a really, really big table.
These are big. Yeah, you could use, this could be, that's like coffee table size with a leg on it.
Yes.
So you can fold down part of this.
How do you not just make stuff every second? You probably do.
Wow. This is so swirly. I love this.
That's what I was just looking at. And it's pulled long.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
This one was kind of weird because the branches like just went straight up from the stem.
Yeah.
They didn't branch outwards.
It's just like endless. It's just infinite.
Yeah. It keeps going. There's some nice figure in here too.
Cool. Actually, this one.
It's got the crotch in it.
This one, is this a bench?
Yep. That's a bench size.
This is a bench.
Yep.
This is like the perfect bench. Watch out. Yeah.
You're like literally in a sea of walnut right now.
I can't.
The amount of wood is surrounding you right now is absolutely insane.
This is a lot of wood around me. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, I love this one. I know I probably should have spread the water out more, but this is
it's in short supply.
This is really
you know?
cool though with the this is all really cool. And then let's see this one. Do it. Oh yeah.
You're good luck choosing.
I know.
What you can do is you can have a bunch of them and then you change them out over time.
Oh, that is true. Like that, those fine lines right there. And then these little, yeah,
that is cool,
what was happening with this tree?
It looks like it had a limb here that was pruned off.
A pruned, yeah. But then, like what would these just...
Those are smaller limbs that were coming out this way.
At one time,
yep.
a long time ago, right?
Yep.
When it was a smaller tree?
Yep.
I do love these too. I love them all, but these to me seem like a perfect bench.
Them all.
I love them all. I do. Wow, Matt, this has been awesome so far. I'll be back.
So that's about as far as we're going to get today with Cammie's logs. She got to take off, and it sounds like we'll be able to get back together in a week or so to run through some more. It's definitely fun to have someone out here that's not necessarily like a wood person to kind of see their experiences and their reactions to the wood and everything. So I had a great time, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the stuff. Sounds like we're gonna make some benches out of one of those guys, and I still have all the the table material up there to saw. So I think that's what we're gonna do next time. Oh, the sun's coming out now. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments for me or for Cammie, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.